Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. DCS is getting a 3D mission editor? Prepare to be able to save your progress while flying. We got some Vulkan API news from ED. And new HD unit packs are on their way. This and more on How I Play. This video is sponsored by Fox3 Managed Solutions. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to talk about the latest news in DCS world. And we are back in the studio. Had a slight delay, as who would have guessed that after spending my time in Finland in minus temperatures, I would get sick. Well, I am in recovery now, so things are moving a bit slowly, but the news is the news. So let's see what happened as I was traveling home. Well, it seems that ED shared with us some juicy details on their 2024 agenda with core features for DCS World. Plus, our new sponsor PIMAX has a surprise for us, but more about that later in this video. If you are a long fan of the show, this won't come as a surprise, but in 2024, the plan is to introduce the Vulkan API in DCS World, which will offer better frame rates for most players, as well as new graphical capabilities such as ray tracing and improved VR performance. This will go hand in hand with the previous release of the multi-threading and DLSS and FSR. Much of the Vulkan API work over the past several years has focused on adapting the DCS internal tools to seamlessly integrate with optimized functionality to ensure peak performance. And it seems it wasn't so easy for them to rectify all validation errors, streamlining graphics and processing tasks, improving compatibility with NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel hardware, and a diverse set of drivers, and creating and refining the groundwork for rendering across multiple threads that will allow even more advanced graphic capabilities. So we don't envy the people that needed to do all of this. As the year progresses, they will continue to optimize and refine performance to exceed what is possible with DirectX 11. ED also mentions that it is important to continue the push for better graphic standards whilst maintaining excellent performance for both 2D and VR. Sounds great? Now we need to keep in mind that exactly like with the multi-threading and DLSS FSR, when Vulkan will appear, results will vary between players, based on their hardware and settings. In addition to new aircrafts, terrains, and Vulkan API, DCS Core will see many new features, as well as bug fixes and improvements based on our feedback and requests. And now, this takes us to the juicy stuff. New modules and core improvements will be developed in conjunction with work on existing modules. And ED prepares a list of interesting functionality improvements coming to DCS. And the first one is a save game function. Yes, everybody, all hail the save game button. I know this was requested so many times and campaign editors were left with, well, it's a DCS thing. Well, not anymore. With their new game persistence system, you will be able to save mid-mission and return to that save point at a later time. Easy as that. But wait, there is more. A better replay system. As the current track file system was originally created as a debugging system that simply reproduced game input to construct a replay of the mission. However, this system depends on limited DCS version changes between when that track was recorded and when it's being played back. This system is in development in 2024 and is designed to address this and will offer additional capabilities. And I do hope that one of those capabilities is a scroll bar forward and back. That would be perfect. Next, ED mentions more infantry units improvements, working on new infantry models and animations along with the new lifelike behaviors. We should expect new air, ground, and naval units. New units will be also available in 2024 that will range from World War II to modern day. Each unit requires thousands of man-hours to create and will be provided as optional packs at the highest levels of details. Standard versions will also be available for free to ensure both single-player and multiplayer compatibility for all. so everybody gets the units, and you can choose if you want to have the HD stuff on your screen. I just wonder, how much will the packs cost? Hey, we will find out soon. Next we got the weather. A new fog system and towering clouds with appropriate line of sight blocking are being worked on this year. Last year we saw the new and upgraded voice chat system. In 2024, ED will continue to integrate radios to vehicles, ships, and other units. They also plan external application support and other player-requested features. Next, they mentioned again the spherical Earth. For those of you still commenting that is not possible or there is no way they are going to do a world map, well, they sure are busy with it. Though we all know, and Edie says it as well, this substantial work is going to take a while. They do not expect to release it this year due to the size of this endeavor. An interesting entry on their roadmap for 2024 is the plan to improve accessibility, to make DCS more accessible to new players. The graphics user interface will be updated and will include a launcher with new capabilities. New interactive missions are also being developed to shallow the learning curve with popular modules like the F-18C. Nice! A few changes will take place for the air-to-air missile development, as they plan to migrate the R-27 family and R-73 missiles to a new component structure of flight dynamics. For air-to-ground, we should expect new munitions, as well as updated existing air-to-ground weapons to include a new component model with advanced flight performance. This includes guided bombs and tactical missiles. Bada bing, bada boom. Regarding anti-radiation missiles, they are developing narrow-band specialized seekers that were used with early arms of 1960s to 1980s prior to the more modern AGM-88 HARM class of missiles with broadband seekers. These older arms, such as the AGM-45 Strike of the Vietnam era, will be modeled with other older arms systems. They are also developing more advanced principles of electronic warfare that will allow simulation of a greater variety of attacks and countermeasure modes and capabilities. This is a very complex task and confidential subject. They cannot promise quick results, but work is underway to deliver a satisfactory simulation of this opaque area of modern warfare. Moving on, we know about the new landing gear system that was introduced for the Mosquito last year. ED will continue this year to integrate it to other aircrafts. We will hear more about it in a future newsletter. So most of you already know that our new sponsor is PIMAX. With their flagship Crystal VR headset, they made a good impression at this year's CES in Las Vegas, especially with their foveated rendering technique, which uses an eye tracker integrated with a virtual reality headset to reduce the rendering workload by greatly reducing the image quality in the peripheral vision and focusing on where your eyes are actually watching. We will soon get our hands on this headset and find out firsthand how this technology works, especially in DCS world. Now PIMAX has prepared a limited offer for those of you who are interested, basically a free upgrade event for the Crystal model. If you buy the headset using our hipgamestv code, you not only get our discount, but you can add the special code FREEDMASS and you will automatically receive the $99 DMS headphones at no additional cost. This is a limited time offer, so don't miss out. The offer lasts until the 21st of January. So you can now enhance your Crystal model with this valuable addition while the supplies are lasting. Now back to our show. In 2024, we should also expect new radar improvements. Back in 2023, they released both Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the radar improvements for the F-16 and the FA-18C. Phase 3 efforts will continue with a focus on better single-target track simulation, fast target generation, and more realistic look-down effects. Also, we can look forward for data transfer card or cassette for each aircraft, as the DTC consists of a variety of areas that are first modules such as data link, navigation, radio, weapons, sensors, and more. Once these elements are completed, they will be organized into a unified DTC interface. Plus, it seems that all modern aircrafts will benefit from the new and more advanced fusing option that was first introduced with the World War II modules. This includes the new payload interface in the mission editor and rearm refuel window that will allow authentic setting nose and tails fuses and new 3D rendering of fuse selections. And if anyone is wondering about the Super Carrier, well, in 2024 we will see continuous work on the new plane director operations that move aircraft from the landing area to a parking location. This is in addition to work on the Airbus deck and ready room. So all of this and more to be done in this full and quite condensed year, packed with a lot of new features and modules. Exciting times. And something else that got us excited is a 3D editor for DCS World that was recently showcased by DCS Web Editor. The closed beta is approaching the next days and the public beta a bit later. And this one will be a free for non-commercial use. This add-on combines a 2D editor with the precision of the 3D camera that allows you to view the environment from a first-person view, on the ground, or even a bird's-eye view to better select individual units. You can place any unit, change formation, create your own templates, and most important, select the level of placement if you want to get units on a building or under. It's something that we all been waiting for, and seeing this in action only makes us wonder of the possibility out there from now on. Now, I must say this video took a long time to be made due to my condition, but I am very happy I managed to make it. Thank you for your patience, thank you all for watching, many thanks to our patrons for their continued support, and please remember to check our sponsors, VR Rock for your VR Blu-ray protection and prescription lenses, Foxstream Managed Solutions for the best DCS servers out there, and PIMAX for the most quality VR headsets on the market. And subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest news on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.